So we're now on our way to AngkorWat. We've had breakfast at the hotel and we've just left for the day. And we're just passing under a sign that welcomes us to AngkorWat.
Yeah, a Titan. Oh,
So we're just at the ticket booth now. We're gonna take our pictures. That's our driver for the next 3 days. His name is Supal. So this is the actual moat that's around the whole of AngkorWat. It's supposed to be about 3 kilometers on each side, and it really looks bigger than many rivers. It's huge.
This we'll see tomorrow.
So this is AngkorWat. Gonna be going here tomorrow.
That's the famous picture which is shown on this.
So this is the south gate of Angkor Thom, which was the biggest city palace. It was a capital for about 700 years. There's the southern gate of it. So they allow cars to go in and stuff, so we'll probably go in later on. That's still the moat on the outside. So we're walking on the bridge that goes across the moat. It's very nice.
तुम चलो आगे. चलो शिवानी. अनुराग इधर देखो. शिवानी, अनुराग, शनेक तीनों देखो कितने लाइन से मूर्तियां बनी हुई हैं इधर दोनों तरफ. और ये जो है ये फेमस साउथ गेट है. ये जो फेस बना हुआ है ये चारों तरफ फेस है. ये है साउथ गेट ऑफ अंकोर थॉम. ये सब लोग एकदम हैट वैट में आराम से चारों लोगों ने हैट खरीद लिया है मोल भाव करके.
Can I say it again?
So we've realized that this entire thing is a scene from the Manthan. If you look at these things closely, there's little scale marks on here. That means I was Sheshnag. And they're all holding him by one side, as you can see over there. And everyone on that side is a Devta. If you look at their faces, they're slightly more human faces. Whereas over here, they're not quite as friendly. And this is the moat that is 3 kilometers long, not the other one that we saw. 3 kilometers long on every side. It's really long, you can see it there. This is the gate, so there's a face on each side of the gate. See it down there. Now inside the southern gate, and if you look right up, you can see the little colony of bats right up there. Not active at all right now. The other side of the gate, same faces all around, and a little sculpture of elephants like there was on the opposite side. So we've now come to the Bayong temple. There's a few elephants over here that are hanging out. They're just for all the foreigners to come and sit on and enjoy. And that's the Bayong temple. It looks really grand. It's a little bit dilapidated now, but it must have been really good in its prime. We'll be going into it. It's pretty intricate even now. There's a few statues and stuff out there. All these carvings are on the side of the main walkway to the temple. This is the main doorway to the temple.
The relief से कुछ है column of the outer gallery.
There's a picture of a dancing Apsara
दो अप्सरा
in this column. And all of these columns really have these little carvings of Apsaras dancing. What are all these paintings, carvings about?
ये देखो ये वो है हाथी marching of the army. हाथी है
So there's the main elephant in the middle there.
एक elephant उधर है
Another one there, and that's
ये पूरी
all the
army
army.
march कर
There's
रही है।
cavalry with horses over there.
किया हुआ है
So all of these people, if you look at them closely, they've got spears and shields and stuff with them, and they've got
carrying
swords
something
over
here.
there. And over here, there's a bunch of people dancing. So we think that might be the cheerleading group of the army.
ये
This is all bows and arrows and all of these. These are the steps we have to go up now. It's just small little temple over here, little worshipping area.
शिवानी शनि पूजा करनी है शिवानी शनि अनुराग
देखो
चलो ऊपर चलो
next set of steps. Just climbing at your own risk. Because they're extremely narrow and extremely high.
यहाँ के टेंपल और अपने इंडिया के टेंपल्स में डिफरेंस ये है सब पे देखो फेस बनाया हुआ है करेक्ट शरीक इधर
Yeah, we're going down this way, but
Some sort of ceremony going on here. I think they're supposed to be Apsara. This must be a specific place for some ceremonies or something.
चारों तरफ है नहीं सर देखें लाइट वाइट जलती है तो मैं इसमें करते हैं दिखा जाए
ये तो ऊपर चढ़ना पड़ेगा इसमें
Elephant terrace, so we have to go down these set of stairs for that. Thankfully they've put some normal human stairs here. Still very steep and narrow.
है पूरा स्ट्रक्चर
So we're now leaving the temple and we're actually walking on what's the elephant terrace now. So this is sort of a little causeway that leads out of the temple. Get a nice view of the temple from here. Looks really good. Yeah, looks. So there's another little random temple for Buddha. Not sure what that one is. Towards Bapwan from the other temple. Bapwan's another smaller temple and it's got a statue of the reclining Buddha in it. It's the pathway that leads up to it. And the temple is behind the tree over there. I think walking on the path towards Bapwan, if you look at the top there, you can see the remnants of a pyramid which collapsed. There's a little bit of construction going on over there as well. I think they're just trying to make the rest of the structure a bit stronger. So you're now entering the pavilion. There's supposed to be obviously the reclining Buddha, but there's also a few other statues here of Arjun getting his weapons from Shiv and things like that. Let's see if we can find them all. There's a bathing ghat. So the main entrance to Bapwan is closed, so we need to go all the way around it and then come in from the back. There's quite a bit of construction work going on over here. Side of Bapwan. Let's see, hopefully we'll be able to go in and see the reclining Buddha and a few other things. Is it locked?
There's access to the Buddha.
Yeah, this says access to the Buddha. but that's definitely locked. On the elephant terrace, if you look at the wall on the opposite side over there, there's a few carvings of elephant-like figures. That's what the elephant terrace is, so see if we can get closer to that.
देखो टस्क्स भी बनाए थे, टूट गया। टस्क था broken।
Notice all of these carvings, they've all got individual pieces of stone that they placed and then carved the stone after that. There's no cement or anything that's been used. This is all over the temple, not just over here. What? So that's an elephant hunting a pig. So this is the whole elephant terrace. There's also a few carvings below this, according to the book. See, there's carvings all along the wall of this thing. That's what the elephant terrace is. And the carvings continue all the way till that wall. If you look across from the elephant terrace, there's also a few individual standing structures over there, all with one door at the ground level. Not sure what those are for. Hopefully we'll find out.
This one here, so it's my some secrets. It's my some secrets. The description.
Oh, okay.
He write the temple, he building the temple for information about the temple here.
There's a little bit of a script over here that just talks about the temple. That's the entrance to the royal palace that we just walked through. And right up ahead you can see a few stairs that lead up to the palace. So this then is a part of the Grand Palace. You can see people up there. We'll see if we can find a way to go up. The view of the palace. We've walked around the side of it now, but there seems to be some excavation going on over here. Like they found something more and are trying to pull it out of the ground. Yeah. So if you look down there, you can actually see that there are structures under the ground that they're excavating and removing the mud from. Looks to be a part of this entire palace itself. So this is the big pond. It's right next to the royal palace, so it's probably like a bathing area or something of that sort. Huge. So we're now walking towards the Leper King Terrace. This is where the driver should pick us up as well. But I think it's going to be above these stairs. Must be written in the book.
ये massive terrace, 15 inches structure. Now independent of the other buildings, there is a royal. It has certain dating problems. Jayavarman 8th. ये है पूरा. तो इसको हाँ यही तो है ये.
This is all one side of the terrace. The Sheshnag down there. And that's the elephant terrace, that's where we were earlier.
Garud. Corner पे Garud है.
And like in Bali, Garud is very popular over here as well, and that's a sculpture of him.
The entire thing is the leper king terrace.
Well, part of that, I thought that was where the elephant terrace was, not this one, but a little bit ahead.
You see, even on that leper king thingy, there is a massive tree. I don't understand how it's closed.
Staircase over here. Shanik is demonstrating how it's meant to be climbed.
Wow.
I think their feet were permanently attached sideways so that they got maximum traction on this very wide ledge.
Stand here.
ये इधर शेषनाग एक और है.
Lots of Sheshnag. An interesting labyrinth that we have managed to find our way into. It's pretty narrow. This side is a newer wall, but this side has all the carvings and everything on it. Let's see where it ends up.
Quite a zigzag.
Yeah. It'll probably bring us back to the same part we got in at, but
Interesting zigzag.
see, there's still all these carvings on the side. More Sheshnag here. Oh, now there's some steps. This might take us up somewhere.
Interesting, very interesting.
And these are steps to go up to the terrace.
Now you go to the Dharmaraj.
This is the terrace of the Leper King.
This is Dharmaraj.
There's supposed to be a statue of Yamra. It looks a little bit like both, but if you look closely, there's a mustache there. I might do it. Back from the terrace of the Leper King. If you notice there's actually the remnants of an enormous tree on top of all these carvings. That means that tree must have been alive at some point, must have just been cut off after all the carvings were made. And its roots are probably in the middle of all those stones right now.
Yeah.
So we're now at a temple called Taprom, and it's actually very close to collapsing. May not be here in another 30 years at all. is right outside the Thapram temple. Like India is helping out in this, but better do it quick before that whole thing falls down.
Or maybe that's why it's in such state.
So we're walking towards the temple at Thapram, but just listen to the sound. Apparently it's cicadas or cicadas, and they're just going mad. Some of these trees are really amazing. They're all really tall. We've just been walking amongst trees like this for the last 5 minutes or so. There's that cicada again. Completely stationary pool of water.
It doesn't smell anything.
It doesn't smell or anything, but it's not moving at all. No wind, the leaves aren't moving. If you didn't know better, you'd think you could walk on it. So this tree looks like has just completely grown through this temple and killed it. It's still, some of those bits over there are very precariously balanced. Looks like it might just fall if there's a big hurricane or anything.
Oh, see what they've done to that tree.
There's some more temple. We can't really go inside this one because there's more reconstruction work going on. You can see the root of the tree coming down and just growing along the wall for a bit. Look at this. I mean, look at the roots going under there and then just getting messed up in the temple. And then just tons of rubble over there, probably from that tree, because it must have grown through and broken a part of the temple.
It's like literally, forest reclaiming.
Yeah. It's like the forest was angry that it took all their land away from it. So, this tree is a spong. Never heard of it before, but it's pretty impressive. Probably be at least a couple of 100 years old, if not more. It's like it's got tentacles even. This is again very interesting. If you look at this, the tree is actually growing on top of the temple, but in doing so, it's cracking bits of this wall. You can see the wall just being pried apart. Little loose bits of tile in there. How did the tree start growing over there? So much rubble over here, and most of it is probably just because of trees that have grown in and around the buildings. Yeah, it really does. It looks like a video game. There's just more rubble than actual buildings, and a lot of it is very close to falling even more. That can't be more than a couple of good punches away from just bringing the structure down.
Go India.
So trees aren't all bad over here. This one's actually stopped the stone from falling.
See, these trees are now holding these walls.
More rubble. The same tree as we saw on the other side, with the rest of its roots here. It's very nice.
और ये देखो, ये रूट अंदर इधर से आके उसको तोड़ दिया। This is amazing. एक ये जो है ये सर्विस है।
Do you think what it would have been like to be here when this all fell in?
Each stone has multiple holes.
इधर इधर से लो पूरा।
Turn this way. Papa.
इधर इधर से लो, इधर ज़्यादा अच्छा।
ये पूरा 3
3 फोटो लिए, 3 जिम लेवल्स को देखो।
It's probably the same pool, the other end of it. Hopefully a pot of dinner.
काफी बहुत हुआ है। आज के लिए तो हो गया होगा।
और सॉलिड गर्मी में, मीनिंग गर्मी इतनी
People playing
ह्यूमिडिटी।
hacky sack. Very cool game, but very difficult to actually play. It's pretty popular in America. So we found the hen now, and she's got starters along with dinner.
Disgusting. So cute.
So we've now stopped off at AngkorWat. Famous one, a little bit smaller, but this is the famous temple that you see in pictures all the time. It's the moat we had talked about earlier. It's not quite 3 kilometers in length on either side, but it's a pretty big one. That's because this temple complex is a lot smaller than the other one, because the other one was a whole city in itself. Just walking along now. It's the moat.
90 meter wide.
All the little water spiders on there. It's quite disgusting.
All those are the
Water spiders or something?
water scooter or whatever.
Something like that.
And that's the most.
There's occasional little lotus flowers in the middle of the water. They haven't bloomed completely, but I don't know if they've just closed because it's night or
You understand?
That's AngkorWat. That's the front gate of it. You will see the famous temple complex right behind that. There's also a little hot temple in the back. You have some really nice views, especially around sunrise and sunset over here. More Sheshnag.
In Cambodia, we are still learning Ramayana in high school. So, people they get a high school degree, they actually know about the Ramayana story. Last night, we saw the Ramayana dance, the third dance.
Now inside the first gate. Smells a little bit musty in here. So that is the famous image. It's what you see on postcards and everything. There's a huge courtyard out here, all around that. These two sections over here were actually joint at one point. They were sort of concentric squares going outward from the main temple, but you can see that it's actually broken now. If you look at the corner over there, and that's why you can't see it all joined all the way around. So we've almost reached the main center part of the temple now. See, these barriers on the side are still of Sheshnag. Each of them end in the hood of Sheshnag. It's one of the other routes we can take. We can walk along there and then enter from that entrance. So this is now the famous AngkorWat. We're entering the main temple. That's one of the courtyards. Looks like some sort of a bath area or something over here. It's got steps leading down into it.
I'm also dead and so is this the Hindu temple? Yes. After the 16th century, this temple was changed from Hindu temple to Buddha temple by planning the direction. There's some Sanskrit inscription on the column like this. About the meaning of this Sanskrit inscription, they write from the top to the bottom and from the left to the right. Yes.
Sanskrit.
It is Sanskrit in Khmer.
Khmer.
Yes. Sanskrit inscription in Khmer. Yes.
Script is Khmer.
Yes, script is Khmer. The symbol of Khmer. Yes, many of the Cambodians, they can read it, but they don't know about the meaning of this.
Read this full book. ये सब अप्सराएं 2000 अप्सराएं हैं इसमें.
So all the apsaras dancing over there.
pillars. Such a fine cut. As if लेथ में किया हुआ है.
So this is one of the main central areas of it. So they have all the apsaras over here around the side with all the pillars in every window. And then that is one of the 3 central towers that's visible everywhere. With the steps that need to be climbed up for that. That's why it's been blocked, because it's definitely not safe for tourists to go climbing up that.
Yay, thank you.
So you look at the really fine sculptures over there. It's above the door of one of the towers. And the stairs are completely vertical. You need hands and legs to be able to climb up these. Must have been another tower earlier. It looks like the top has probably fallen off.
ये देखो ये कितना फाइन वर्क है यहाँ पे.
बहुत ही अमेजिंग.
ये सब खराब हो गए.
This gives you a good idea of just how steep these stairs are. This is again even above this door. You can see the intricate carving, and all around it also on this one.
Et pourquoi les escaliers ici, ils sont très raides? Pourquoi? Pour quelle raison?
इसमें क्या?
Nothing really inside these. This is one of the back courtyards.
ありません。
で、昔の王様とか、伝説上。
Just walking around one of the parapets of AngkorWat.
Not just right now. I'm suggesting we go and see the building on this side. I don't know if you want to go down those stairs or not.
Nice carvings over here again. Apsaras.
ये जो है ये बाउंड्री है.
One of the outer walls of AngkorWat, and this is a whole inscription of the Mahabharat. You can actually see Bhishma over there with all the arrows and everything through him.
Oh yeah, wow.
That's the only one that I've recognized so far, but there must be individual stories for all the heroes over here. Love Kush, no, not them.
शिखंडी हो सकते हैं.
Shikhandi.
कृष्ण जी कहाँ है यार? कृष्ण जी दिख रहे थे।
Arjuna and Krishna should be there.
Or can't doing the
नीचे हेल है, ऊपर हेवन है। तो 32 हेल होती है, गरुड़ पुराण में पूरा डिस्क्राइब किया हुआ है 32 नरक का। ये नीचे हेल है और ऊपर हेवन है।
बीच में अर्थ है इधर।
हाँ, ये देखो, ये पिटाई हो रही है, उसके पैर से खींच रहा है, ऊपर चढ़ा हुआ है एक आदमी।
He said the hells are portrayed in greater detail than the heavens. With all the heaven you can see, you know, over there someone sitting in between two big fans and getting fanned.
ये देखो, शेर
Yes, it's easier to be creative with cruelty than with ways to
शेर
be
आदमी
nice.
को खा रहा है हेल में।
So you've got a human being eaten by a tiger there, and being stamped upon by an elephant. And people over here have spears going through their mouth. So this represents a hell where the eyes are being pulled out, and this is one where nails are being put in systematically into different parts of the body. And then here people are being forced to lie down and then beaten by 3 different people. And scenes from heaven have stopped, as hell is still going strong. And only stops because they run out of wall space. Of the Samudra Manthan is being renovated, so they've just stuck an image of it over here. You can see all the stuff in the sea. There's all crocodiles and fish and other things like that, and they're all holding Sheshnag. That's where the churning is happening. That's the turtle. And these are all the devtas. The asuras were on that side.
वो बचवा
ダンスの中にラドイ効果が一番美しい踊ってる。だから神様が天使になって美しい踊った時にアシュラがすごい夢中でした。
It's declimbing up the rather simple staircases.
you can mind.
So this is now the Ramayan fight of Lanka. Can't really see too many details. You can tell that there's that you've definitely got monkeys fighting against Rakshasas.
बंदर एक घोड़े का मुंह काट रहा है।
Here you can see a monkey biting the neck of a horse, just like in real life.
ये एक बंदर एक राक्षस है। ये राम।
Is that Ram? Is that Ravan? Because he has loads of heads. He has lots of heads on top and beside. Yeah, beside him and on top. So if you look closely there, he's got heads to the side of him and above him. So this is probably meant to be Ravan.
ये रावण कुकीज
और तीरों की बारिश हो रही है.
So this then is Hanuman, and there's Ram on top of him, and he's got his bow and arrow, and if you look closely you can actually see a few arrows just drawn in amongst the crowd over there.
और ये राम लक्ष्मण.
And this is another image of Ram and Lakshman.
ये देखो एक
देखो हाथ में पर्वत भी उठाया हुआ है.
बंदर की राक्षस से लड़ाई हो रही है.
Where's the Parvat?
हनुमान जी ने पर्वत
Mound of jelly in his right hand.
Oh, I thought it was grapes. It looks like grapes. That is the Parvat.
The scale is a bit.
And so we're just standing in the courtyard and we're going to wait for sunset, because apparently sunset is really beautiful over here. The outer wall, which is the one that you can see closest to us right now, is pretty much the most important one. That's the one that's got all the sculptures and everything that we saw. So we are now taking a tuk-tuk over to the night market. This is our tuk-tuk. It's going to be fun. So we are now starting off on our tuk-tuk. We're going to the night market, and then we'll have dinner somewhere around Pub Street. It's extremely comfortable, and the weather is nice and stuff also. So it's cool. This is the night market. Welcome to noon night market.
Thank you.
The night market now. It's pretty nice. Doesn't have food or anything, but it's got loads of like little souvenir shops and clothes and things of that sort. We've now done a bunch of shopping. We're about to head out from here. So this is an interesting thing they have over here.
Hello, sir.
Hello. So this is, if you look closely, it's got a cobra in it that's biting the tail of a scorpion. And that bottle is actually wine, which is drunk by them. And then once they drink it, they refill it back up with a little bit more. And then let all the goodness of the cobra and the snake and the scorpion seep through into the new alcohol and drink it again. Smaller ones as well. That's the cobra head there. No. So we're on our way to a floating village now, and we've left Siem Reap and we're just at the banks of the main lake. So the village is going to be a little bit further on in the lake. This is another village just on the banks of the lake. You see all the houses are built on stilts all along the road. Built on stilts because apparently during the rainy season the water comes all the way up to the road. It's a lot like India. The school of the village. Everyone plays, everyone learns. It's on a boat. This is another school. Notice it's also on a boat. That's the doctor's office, the clinic. So this is now the jetty for the boat ride that we're going to be taking. And that should take us over to the floating village, hopefully. That's the boat that we're going to be taking to take us over to the floating village. And you can go to Phnom Penh by boat as well, just along this river. The view on top is awesome if we could just sit up there. Oh, we can sit on the top also?
Yeah.
Oh. We should. So we're sitting right above the engine now. That's probably the engine. Angkor here. And you can see an old school grotto. Entire thing is a part of the lake that we're going on. You can see is a school and there's actually classes going on. The basketball court of the school.
Canoe has a motor. Motorized canoe.
It's an interesting canoe. It actually has a motor in it.
Motorboat, yeah. Motorized canoe.
That boat has just gotten washed ashore by the looks of it. It's got a propeller and the rudder out of the water. It's gotten beached. And you can feel our boat getting messed up by the wake. So there's, if you look closely, another one of those canoes with the motor attached to it. It's pretty cool. Over there you can actually see them pushing against the bed of the lake. It's not very deep at all. So you look at the trees on the corner. In the rainy season the water goes off beyond that and pretty much submerges the whole tree. But the trees have evolved that they can actually grow underwater as well as long as they keep getting the sunlight. Pretty cool. Now gonna be go sit on the top of the boat. It's the ladder to get up. Wow, this is amazing. It's not even that hot right now.
Wow.
It's nice and windy. It's really good. Yeah, I think we're almost here at the floating village. So that's, we're moving out from the inlet of the lake into the actual lake itself, and it's huge out there. These are some mangrove-y kind of forests. lake is huge. In the distance you can actually see it getting darker blue, so it gets a lot deeper there. Just looks like the sea right now. I wonder what that is. Is it a boat of some sort? It's very difficult to keep it in the frame. So that's another houseboat.
Massive. It's a Great Lake type.
It's actually very similar to the ones that we stayed at in Kerala. It's a nice little deck at the back.
Rainy season, Mekong River feeds this. In dry season, this feeds Mekong River.
They meet together in Phnom Penh.
And from when they
Yeah, we call four faces of the river.
So if you go straight, you reach from Pen.
Right, by this direction. About
So Phnom Penh is on the other side of this lake.
yes, right.
Okay.
270 kilometers from
270.
to feed the crocodile. In Siem Reap, the crocodile farm. Many. On the way that we come from the city, also we have the crocodile farm.
Yeah, we saw there was an arrow
Very
for
big
crocodile
one, yeah.
farm yesterday.
Very
Farm
big.
is there?
Yeah.
We can see? Huh?
In here also have one small one in here, not so big, about 7 year or 8 year. But that one, some is over than 50 year.
Oh,
Oh wow.
So very big and very, very
let's go and see while going back.
That's a big Australian cruise boat. Started off by an Australian. Anyone can go for a cruise on it now. That's the start of the floating village. Apparently in the rainy season the water rises so much that this village pretty much goes and merges with the other one that we saw earlier, just to make one huge village. It's a restaurant where we could probably stop and have a drink. There's another restaurant over there. There's a grocery store of the village. That's the grocery store.
It's the shop over there.
Yes, they're buying something there.
There's a trade happening over there.
Fish market.
We're just going off. Stop over here and have a drink and then look at a few of the shops. Oh wow. That was unexpected.
Oh, very nice.
Where did these go? And there's more down over here. Oh.
Yeah. They are waiting you. Waiting for you.
Hello.
So this is all wild. They all live in the river and they just come over in the lake and they just come over here.
This must be farming.
They just keep in this one.
Oh.
This is farming.
Farm.
Crocodile farming.
Oh wow.
There's
There's one right under us also right now.
See, one half-eaten fish.
There's a half-eaten fish there. There's a few fish that's been fed to them.
Full belly.
And now that one's now
Chala,
moving.
chala, chala.
It could be so close to the surface and you couldn't see it. You know?
हाथ खुला हुआ है. हाथ खुला हुआ है हम सबों का.
I mean, you could be standing right there and you wouldn't know it if it was 2 feet away.
ये सो रहा है आराम से. मुंह खोल के.
You can see Paw having been affected by the catfish feeding.
This was real frenzy.
They just go mad. Alright, so we're gonna see we're putting one fish indoors to them. Probably not a lot, but they went mad last time, so.
They don't like it.
That's, wow. So there's a dog around here as well that's just come up and hanging out.
It's like a mix between Alsatian.
It looks very weird. It should have longer legs.
Yeah, Alsatian and Dachshund.
Dachshund or something. Oh, and this is shrimp fishing or something.
Fresh water shrimp.
Oh, this is freshwater shrimp.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So you can see them all in the... Oh, wow. Look at the number in there. There's a lot of them. Oh, that's... Wow. And you can see them swimming around and...
Yeah.
Nice. This is the form of fishing here. They have this big area that they block off.
Right.
And then they force the fish into each of these little successive gates. And the fish can't go back. They can only go in one way. And then in the last one is like a basket and they just end up picking that and that's all the fish then.
This one way and the other one is
So similar setups in all of these.
this strap like this.
Oh, so this is the trap
real
then.
one.
It's a real trap that sits
the
right at
fish-
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go in by this way.
Oh yeah, so the fish goes in from there, yeah, and then the
never,
fish cannot
never
come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Until in here and then
Yeah,
take
and then
out,
from there you can just take it out from
in
there.
by this way.
Yeah, just take it out. Wow, that's very. So here the fish goes in, and you can see these things. It doesn't. That's very nice.
Hold it and take out.
And then we have this one, men. Like this.
Oh, so you put something through it, so
Yeah,
it blocks
it's
it.
something like this. Like this. And then they put inside but smaller.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then take it out and then
So this one is used for catching eels,
eel. This one for shrimp.
and then this is the,
So
the
this
one
is
for
it.
shrimp
Yeah.
that you just take by. It's very nice. This also is used for fish.
Yes, but this one for the small fish.
Okay, this one's for smaller fish.
But this one for big one.
Okay.
And this one also trap for to catch in the small pound or small channel.
Yeah, yeah. Just to put on top. Yeah.
And then
You can reach in and just catch them.
and then until
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
the fish.
Yeah. Nice. Fish over here in tanks. So there's some catfish. This also is like catfish? Something else?
No, the other one not catfish.
This is catfish. This is the one that was going mad over here.
Right.
Shark, catfish.
We used to have these in the aquarium at home, if you remember. Smaller ones.
Oh, those are these.
They were called silver shark or something, but it was the same thing. This giant mottled eel. Eel, that one. It's not eel. Maybe eel. This one also. Climbing perch. Why is this called climbing perch? Does it climb up?
Always very good to climb.
It come to the top of water.
To the like the dam or something else. Yeah.
Oh, like a dam, so it can.
Yeah.
How does it climb up a dam though?
Not so big dam, just
Yeah.
small dam.
So it jumps?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not jump. This one very good to climb until
So it climb using its fins.
one by one, but
Yeah.
very strong. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But the
Wow.
other one is jump. very strong to jump from.
Yeah, okay. Marble sleeper. That looks like a bottom dwelling fish.
This kind of fish in there.
See, there's water snakes in this lake as well. And look at the way one of them is standing like a cobra just out of the water, sitting with its head out.
Even that one is sitting.
A lot of them are doing that actually. Even this one, just sitting with its head out of the water. It's very cool. Gooch. That's like a loach or something. Sucker fish. Something like that. Oh, and that's a pig-nosed turtle. You can actually see it looking at us. It's looking at the light, I think. So that hut/boat is actually a fish farm, believe it or not. So if you actually look through the cracks over there, you can see the water in there is a lot more agitated than the water outside, and that's because of the fish in there. It's a fish farm. It looks like that kid has just got a new dog today. Very cool. Looks really happy.
The little kid is holding the dog.
Can't really see much of the shrimp now. They're all under. He had lifted some of it off, so I was doing some shrimp fishing. See all the shrimp against the cloth over there.
All the green that they catch, they now they cook here.
Lots of shrimp in there. Look at that. There's a load of shrimp just coming out of there.
Yes, very small. Yes. Now they produce the salty dry shrimp.
Oh, that's someone's house. That's their chat on the house. View of the whole floating village. There's another level we can go up. It shows you the entire floating village. You can also see the catfish there. And you just threw some in, so we'll see them just go mad. Yes, they've actually gone mad. See, there's the antenna and there's a TV in the boat as well. Lots of these boats. There's antennas in all of them. There's antennas in all of them, so there must be TVs inside. You can actually see TVs inside one of those boats. There's some people fishing. It's just getting the fish out of the net. Lots of small fish. That's what they were feeding all the other ones.
Feeding after feeding.
School again.
Yeah, that's Vietnamese.
School boat.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's a Vietnamese school.
ये बता रहा था जब वॉर हो रही थी वियतनाम में बहुत से
So that's a barber shop over there. It's a church. Some more fish being taken out here.
ये सबके पास है। ये देखो ये टीवी शॉप है, कारपेट्स है।
There's quite a few boats like that. So while we were walking to the boat, I noticed someone taking a picture of me or just coming up to me with a big fancy Sony digital camera. I thought he was selling it, but he actually took a picture of me. And when we got back off the boat,
Brown paper पे
we got plates with our pictures on them.
जाके उसको चिपका।
So that's what they're doing. They're actually just taking the picture out that way.
Oh, so then they can reuse it.
So they're taking the picture out.
Somebody doesn't buy it, they can reuse it.
और बीच-बीच में क्लैम खा रहे हैं।
Where's the clown? Oh, there's a cockle. No, yeah, but
इसका स्नैक है।
nice. So look at this. So this is, she's cutting the picture, right? She cuts the circle, and then these people put the circle on the plate. So, and it's removable, so they can reuse it if someone doesn't buy it. This guy, meanwhile, has a laptop over here with a keyboard and a few digital cameras and everything. And if you look at his screen, he's got some photo editing software on there where he's it's like Photoshop or something. Looks like it's Photoshop. He's got this whole setup over here. It's amazing. Not to mention a printer, which is what he uses to print photo quality paper. It's nice. And this is the other thing. So look at this. They've got a battery over there
Very enterprising.
with a bottle of gasoline next to it, and that's what they use.
Not gasoline, that one is tea.
Oh, that is tea. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so so they have a battery over there, and that then goes across and powers the laptop with the photo editing software on it. So you can see that that's Adobe Photoshop. That's costs a few £1,000s if you want to buy it. A lot of it, the full version. And that's the printer. All gets printed out and put on plates. There's some other plates of people that didn't buy it. Notice he's changing all the number of pixels and everything in the picture to make it fit properly.
Even doing that.
Yeah, so he's modifying the size of the picture.
Yeah.
And then he put it in the frame, in the circular frame. Now this printer will print it out. They've got a walkie-talkie system on top as well for some reason. Not sure what that's for, but that's our picture coming out. Oh, nope, that's not ours. That's another one. But that's the way they come out.
Very good.
Thank you.
So that is our picture that's been printed out. Now she's cutting it. So that circular thing just cuts it in a perfect circle, like that. And now she'll put it, I think that's like sticky paper.
That's the laminate.
Oh, that's the laminated. Right, so you can see her pull up the plastic there. And then she puts it down all by hand, no air bubbles or anything in there. They use a machine to do that everywhere else. And now she will take that there. And add it on there. Smooth out all the air bubbles. That's another one that's going on there. Oh, the god chick is the one that got screwed in it. No, she's still there. And that's our plates.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So we're now back at Angkor. This is actually outside Angkor Thom and Angkor Wat. It's another temple called Priya Khan, sorry. And very similar setup. You know, if you look at the map, it's got the main temple complex in the middle and loads of paths all around it. So we're going to walk through all of that. Then we'll get to the main temple.
Jai Shri. Name of the temple. ऊपर वाला सर उठा उठा के ले जाएंगे।
It's like the other bridges. There's a manthan thing on both sides of it. These are all the devtas again. You can see a lot of them have lost their heads. So we think it might just be vandalism. So there's a lot of heads that are missing.
And they're always properly spotted.
Yeah, and they've all been properly... Well, unless it was a different piece of stone that was used for that.
Yeah, the head is a different piece.
The head would usually be a different piece of stone. And they've just picked it up and taken it off with them. That's the moat outside. We're just entering this temple now. Priya Khan it is. Some more very helpless steps. So this is stuff that's being repaired now. A lot of this is very close to falling over, so they keep having to do this. This is the other temple. This is Priya Khan. You notice the beheaded Vishnu statues again over here. There's a part behind where they had actually said that after the Khmer Rouge, so in the late 70s, they had just random pillagers came and beheaded all of these and took the heads off and sold them. No. There's a carving on top.
Ravan on the right.
And you can see Ravan on the right over there. It's the same sort of Ravan as it was in yesterday's AngkorWat thing.
Daddy को बुला के दिखाया जाए.
There's no Hanuman in this one or Ram. See, if you look at that, it just looks like the stones have been placed on top of one another. And it's been this way all through in every single temple. It's probably why these are more ruined than corresponding temples from the same time in
There
India.
doesn't seem to be any cementing.
Yeah, there's nothing of the sort. So it doesn't take much to push a stone down then. One major hurricane and...
All the walls are, I think. There's something in it.
More carving of apsaras and things like that on the side. And all of this must have been up there somewhere, it's now fallen down.
You see Hindu meditation.
इधर देखो गिरा हुआ है
क्या गिरा?
सब स्टोन गिरा हुआ है
Yeah, that's some stuff that's just fallen down. Looks like the roof over here also has collapsed on itself.
नहीं this
But they've cleaned it.
the fireplace ना
Oh, okay, there's a fireplace.
so
So
over the fireplace they always kept it open
these doors are very short suddenly.
उन सबों में देखो
Yeah, they were okay in the other temples, but just suddenly they've become very short.
see there is a multiple fireplace
So multiple fireplace. So it's open again on the top. See, they've had to put up reinforcements over there to try and stop this from falling.
go in between it has fallen
Oh, it has fallen in between, yeah. So you can see it's fallen here, but then, oh wow. See, this entire thing just seems to be one earthquake away from collapsing.
बस ये सेंट्रल चेंबर बचा है
So this entire section's been blocked off. A little deity in the middle. Not sure whose that is. It's a shivling.
Di la montagna comme ça, les cascades, comme l'eau sacrée, comme l'eau pure, Mistral comme ça.
shivling
Et
and
donc,
all the apsaras
pour présenter,
are there either down
Yeah, there's apsaras all around the shivling.
donc on va faire ça, on prend l'eau et on
And some of these apsaras have also had their heads cut off.
on y va, et l'eau qui se coule juste dans une demi, et après on peut passer une demi.
ये इसी को बताया था ना कि यहाँ पे विष्णु की मूर्ति थी उसको हटा के स्तूप लगा दिया
Yeah, so
Light
this
on.
is a stoop.
लाइट क्यों ऑन है
It's on auto, so it picks it up itself.
और इसमें देखो चारों तरफ the whole length of corridor on all four sides
Yeah, it's just a direct corridor all through. It's all galleries all through, so
then this side also from where we came so this is the center this is the center of this side and that side
I'm behind it.
so this is the center स्तूप ये सेंटर प्लेस है देखो चारों तरफ कॉरिडोर
This entire area must have just been covered with all this sort of rubble. It's been cleared so people can walk through.
कितने होल्स है ना सर स्टोन्स में इनके भी नहीं जाते
There's a little doorway of some sort, which is just completely fallen apart now. Yeah, I mean, there's all these little carvings must have been colored.
Like if you take a paper and just do this, जैसे हम लोग करते थे ना लखनऊ में, when you take the paper and do this, it would be quite cool. That would be quite cool.
यहाँ भी पेड़ है देखो
The trees have started working their way on this temple as well. It's not too bad so far. We'll see if there's any more later on. Okay, well, obviously that one had destroyed that completely and it's been cut off now. Still alive though, or that's a creeper probably that's grown on it. The tree itself is dead, but it's completely destroyed that doorway. You can hear the cicada going mad again. Just more rubble.
See, in some places that red color is left. No?
What?
In some places the red color is left.
Yeah, there's still a bit of red left. We've now entered what could well be a dancing hall kind of area. It's lined by these sort of dancing Apsara statues all along. Notice on every doorway and every wall they've got things like this. Pillars as well. You can tell that they've got a little dancing Apsara on the pillar. So I think it could be like a dancing hall kind of thing.
भरतनाट्यम है ये भरतनाट्यम करते हुए अच्छा सब पे है
It's a good thing we saw this building right now, because 5 years from now it might just look like that. That's an interesting one.
चलते हैं उधर से बाहर से चलेंगे वापस
Yeah. Oh, so there was another tree over there which has been cut.
रूफ का सपोर्ट दो पत्थरों को ऐसे रख के उसके ऊपर एक बड़ा वाला रख दिया
Yeah, I mean it's really been built quite. It's not been built to last for a long time. Another little structure, lots of pillars. Looks a lot like a Roman forum or something. It's very cool. There's no rooms or anything in here. It's just pillars. So we'll now, we can actually go inside this. There's a path, so there's the pond but next to it over there. You can see even this has been reinforced. It looks a lot like a forum. It's just got bunches of pillars on the side. It's got a second story as well, so that could have had some rooms or something like that. Because the pillars don't continue up till there.
Where's the staircase?
They go up.
Where would it have been?
Okay, I like this one a lot. Because so much is broken, I think it's looking more open.
no trace of a
So it's a
stairway.
two-story building, but interestingly, there's no trace of a stairway even that goes up. So it could be something like a king's parlor or something in the middle, but no one knows how you get to the top of it. Every railing, meanwhile, is a Sheshnag. Look at the ones we're sitting next to over here also. There's markings on the top, there's Sheshnag heads on the end. Every railing. In Khmer culture, it was supposed to be, Sheshnag was supposed to connect heaven and earth. So that's why they've got it. That's why it's so popular over here. So at the end of this railing, it's not just Sheshnag, because there's Sheshnag down there, and there's Garud on top.
Sheshnag featuring Garuda.
So the vulture is sitting on top of the snake.
Garud is vulture.
Usually whenever that happens, the snake gets eaten.
Garud is albatross.
इसी जगह उससे जगह से पीछे जा देखना.
This whole thing must have been a roof or something, maybe. One of these roofs that's collapsed.
There must have been one.
I think that's their way of depicting Padmasana.
That's what?
Their way of depicting the Indian Padmasana.
कितने कमरे कमरे थे इसमें.
It's very small doorways, all of these. Actually, you look more like Indiana Jones coming out of that.
In India, all the old mahals are insanely thin.
They're not thin, they're short, yeah. Yeah, that's because the average human was short.
तो यहाँ पे पर काफी बड़े-बड़े हैं.
चलो, we'll walk from outside.
Yeah.
और यहाँ पे देखो ये टूट गए थे तब इनको दोनों साथ में जोड़ा है.
Actually got carvings on both sides in this one. So this is all an uphill walk that we have to do for the next 30 minutes to get up to the top of the mountain where we can see the sunset from. It's gonna be similar to the Rincha trek, but a lot shorter. So this could easily be Rincha. Could be dragons in there somewhere. See, this is what the forest must have been like in between the temples.
In fact, the
This was the old route up this mountain.
Elephant वालों ने बंद करा दिया.
It's going all the way up there. There's a couple of lions or something. We haven't seen any of those in any sculptures over here. We're about halfway up our path now.
한국 나 니가 해주신 거니? 최고인데? 나 운동화 신고 가야 되는데 운동화 이래 지는 한 마리. 야 근데 운동화 최고인데? 나 운동화 최고지? 아 이거 여기는 그냥 물로 닦으면 돼. 나 안 돼. 나 안 돼. 손가락은 빨면 안 돼.
We've come across another path by the looks of it. A few remnants of steps there and lots of steps over there. If you look in the clearing over there, you can see the lake that we were on this morning. So these trees have amazingly huge thorns. It's like daggers, really. Some interesting spider webs around here as well. If you look at that one, you can actually see the spider still in it. It's pretty cool. It's It's gotten a lot of leaves. I don't think it'll be happy with that. Unless it's veggie.
Yeah, look at this one.
Yeah, see, look at the daggers on this one. I mean, anything that accidentally falls down the mountain onto that is just gonna die.
Like बड़ा बाजार stuff.
बड़ा बाजार की बात कुछ कहीं तो मैं पीक दूंगा यहीं पे unless you watch it.
You're very descriptive then.
Oh, there's the bull also here, Nandi.
Nandi.
So we're almost done with the climb. We just have to climb up that big monument over there. That one. It's probably about 30 steps. It's not too much more.
So the steps are killing. Look at them.
Yeah, the step is your average Khmer step.
This is the sacred Bulla. Nandi.
Papa just doing an arti of Nandi. So these are the steps we're going to be climbing up. If you look closely, you can actually see people using hands and legs to climb up it. It's going to be fun. This is a little bit ridiculous. Everyone looks like lizards climbing up it. There's no question of climbing up using just feet.
Bag तो रखेंगे.
No, that's Papa displaying his Spider-Man skills.
This is a bad side thing. You should show the other side. Actually, they're all bad.
And there's Shrenik also doing the same. Didi is going to start now.
This hand is a very bad.
So we're up around 2 levels now. That's the entire staircase. It looks pretty much vertical. A few grooves in it.
It's dark.
Didi had the bright idea that we also have to come down this way now. Thus, we're probably going to have to come down head first, like a leopard. Around there. Be a good view to the sunset from there as well.
Oh, look at the river.
And there's the river. Sorry, not that. That's the river. So we're right on the top now. There's a few temple areas over here. There's the lake in the background there. And there's a central figure here. It's a fairly big area on top. They must have used this as their lookout point or something for attacks. You can see AngkorWat there in the distance. Right there.
What is the same? Oh, those two is better.
We can't come from there.
No, some good.
So we can see AngkorWat from the top of this thing. Can't see Angkor Thom at all. Angkor Thom should be somewhere that way, but can't see any of the temples or anything of that sort really. So this is the start of the famed sunset at AngkorWat. Looks pretty good. Sun is still pretty high up, so we'll see how far it can get. The sun is almost setting now. Just went through a layer of cloud. It's very close to setting. And you can see the orange light on the tops of all of these corners and the tops of the trees also. Then if you look in the distance, you can see AngkorWat. little bit of sunlight on it. So this is the other side right now. Should be able to see it setting into the forest over there. It's probably about 10-15 minutes more. This is the famous sunset at AngkorWat. There's not much pollution, so you can see the sun right till it drops behind the forest. You can see all the clouds as well. Makes it look pretty nice. So now we're gonna go down those super steep steps again. So everyone going down. No one's fallen yet.
There's an easier way actually. Just keep jumping on these levels.
Just driving back home to the hotel after sunset, and AngkorWat looks really nice. It's been lit up. Not very brightly, the lights are just white. That's all you can see. It looks pretty eerie, but
You know what I should put
it'll
on the
definitely be
bottom?
pretty eerie even in there. So they've lit up the entire length and breadth of it. You can see over there. Those are one of the long corridors we had walked in that had all the paintings and everything in it. So it's a little bit out of focus. So that's the long corridors and everything. And then those are the main temples, the famous temples. Takes forever to refocus each time you move. Those look great though. That's the entire corridor area. That's the front gate. Can't really see the whole bridge to it right now. Those are all the temples again. Looks nice. Angkor. We've now left Siem Reap. We've been driving out of the city on the way to a river with a few temples and waterfalls and things like that. This is just some of the scenery on the way. The road is interesting. It's all just completely undeveloped land over here. A few mountains, few rocks and stuff around, but that's it. No village or town or anything.
Elephant to keep the elephant.
Oh, elephant house.